it looks all thick. Can we eat it now?
Patience, Crow. Proper aging is essential.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Satellite of Love. What's...
Can you talk now, Frank?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. If you were commentating, we could not hear you.
I wouldn't say much.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's get a fresh start. We're warmed up now, right?
Oh shit.
What? All right. Take two. It's take one if you're at home. It's our second take. Why? Because it's us. Quick, remember all the smart things we just said, Matt.
Wait, some Star Wars reference.
This is when you seriously hope that it's not your dad's Star Wars parody porn VHS.
Wait, Mom?
Very wordy.
Yeah, as we said, very wordy for a VHS directed at kids.
Yes. Hey, kid, I hope you got your ABCs down, because this is going by quick.
Yeah.
Well, thank God it's Monster Mania.
Imagine being out of your gourd on something and trying to negotiate that, and then in comes this.
And this is the premiere in animation, what you just saw right there.
It was cutting edge.
Outlaw 35, outstanding.
More American flags per capita than anywhere else in the United States right here in this moment.
This many American flags were not raised during World War II.
Never mind the three-point turn by Outlaw 35.
Yeah. I like how we flashed from intro straight to now we're back for the car crash. Seamless.
Kyle, you're revealing the fourth wall right now, and they don't appreciate that.
Oh, sorry. So everybody knows we're at the Miami Orange Bowl with Dave's amazing.
Wait, did you say Orange Bowl? No, he said Orange Bowl.
Orange Bowl.
And that was Stephen King. I don't know if you saw him.
Oh. Fred Schaefer bouncing on top of 3 St. Louis area phone books that he's sitting on there.
Now, the way he's on those cars, he's got to be almost off the side of the trunk.
Yeah.
Like, there's 10 foot of car on the left side of that.
Scott had one job, that was to get the rear steering straight before hitting the car.
And here we have the really short wheelbase King Punch.
Yeah.
I knew when I started
That's like Digger 12.
I had to have something a whole lot different than the average guy, you know, with an 84, 85.
Let's go to the pits and talk to Kenny Feewatts.
So we had this thing laying around waiting on street rod.
He looks like Andy Brass's uncle.
It's still a street rod, it's just a little grown up.
Oh, the street rod on the street.
It's the old monster truck on the street.
He actually wasn't sure what Dave Bennett said right there, so he just made up his own answer.
So Chris Mormanis tells me the Outlaw 35 was not supposed to be at this show originally, but this was the event that Taurus had its hauler accident in Florida. So at the last minute, USA brought Outlaw 35 in, and it was running with a patched up frame from when it broke in half at some point before this.
That actually makes sense as to why it looks like the truck's about to break in half as he claws off of this car. I always
it looks
wondered why that was.
looks bowed in the middle. Here we go. Little pump and dump on the throttle, gear shift there. Here we go.
With the blown injected 454 Chevrolet all the way through. Automatic transmission down into the...
And now he wins freestyle right here with popping the hood.
Yeah. It's Chevrolet all the way through until we get to the transportation.
Hydraulic steering, front and rear. This enables
The inside tires actually touch as he turns both the front and rear steer.
All right, here we go. Scott lumbering. What were the? I meant to look it up. There's some kind of crane axles that Scott had under this thing. And if I'm not mistaken, this truck eventually became the jet-powered Coors truck.
No, this became the top dog.
This was top dog. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Coors Bruiser was a new build.
Okay.
Open front and rear too, right there.
Here we go. Don't break her in half, Kenny. Kenny, what did you do? Kenny. Careful, Kenny.
Imagine you're expecting to see Taurus and you get Outlaw 35 with a broken frame. That's like expecting to see Dentist and you get Duso.
Yeah. Engrave digger, no less.
Yeah.
Almost more battle. More battle.
And now it's a cheer off with a rolled up t-shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lindsey Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac sitting in King Crunch right now.
Nothing but the best white t-shirt. Did you see Old McDonald on the back of that sled?
No, I guess I didn't.
The immovable object, the pumpkin, the Dodge, 426 Hemi,
Chrysler Power.
Long track, 200 foot.
Now we go to our onboard camera presented by Red Man Chewing Tobacco.
And then after 2 seconds of the onboard camera, they realize that's about enough of that.
Yep, that's not going to work. Not very interesting. I love the downhill sled here.
Yeah. Hey guys, you know what works on every other sled? We're going to do the opposite.
Yeah. They're counting on gravity to help them out there, I guess, huh? Is this the Dagwood special that we see early in the Moto Rock video as well?
It blows up, right?
And like
yeah.
always said, to be a winner, you got to keep all 4 tires on the ground.
Yep, that's what Daddy always said.
And now we're about to see the best place possible to shoot video or cameras for a show.
Photographer. Hey, what's that dirt hill? I want to shoot pictures on it. Promoter.
Yeah, wait.
No, that's used to stop runaway mud races. Photographer. Sounds good. It'll be a great shot.
They're not going to hit that thing, are they? Nah, it'll be fine. Go ahead. Stay there.
That man just shat in his Izod jeans.
Oh, God.
Here we go. There's a fight in the crowd. Quick, send the jet truck.
Now, here's what at the Monster Jam world we would call an EEIC situation, but we're going to put it on a VHS.
Yeah. I just love this. They're so proud of it. It goes and goes and goes. Like, the driver of the Silver Eagle saw something he took umbrage with in the crowd, and he just thought, I'm going there and fixing this right now.
Yep. Wanted to do it here, but thought better of it.
Show it again.
Early Barefoot here. I think this was 84.
Now that is the one that turned into Taurus, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
No planetaries yet, as you can see
you
with
can tell by the retread, the tires too are retread.
I like that.
Very easy to tell that they're retreads right now.
I like that he gets bogged down here. You can tell that he didn't even bother to put it in first. He just put it in drive because it downshifts.
Yep.
That's what you call confidence.
Oh, yeah.
I want that on a shirt. A pawing and a digging and a going. Oh, we're back to forward ride. Pick up pulling.
Pawing, a digging, and a going was also the tagline from the adult-themed Star Wars VHS.
Yeah. How funny, side note, how amazing would like Return of the Jedi be if everybody had Dave Bennett's Southern Oklahoma accent? Oh. Get out of there, Luke! It's a trap!
If we have to be stuck with AI, I want to see a Southern Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Pull it the furthest distance.
Battle axe. There had to have been a mother-in-law joke in there.
Yeah. So, I used to run a tough truck.
What would you call it?
I used to run a tough truck, and I put this name on it. And Joe Lowe said at an event that I named it after my mother-in-law.
Oh, that's classic.
You know, at some point there was a heated conversation before he left for this poll between he and his wife.
Yeah. You're not really going out with that name on it, are you? Bet your ass I am, Susan.
Oh.
God, I love this. Hard on tie rod. Rear tie rod.
The Raging Bull has had a below the elbow amputation on the front two, though.
Yeah. God, what a weird. It's just weird.
This is actually the T-Rex stamp.
Yes.
Jack Willman waving the flag of the great United
There we go.
Oh,
The American flag quotient just went up by 2 on the floor of Arrowhead Stadium.
Now, I feel like it was not until this moment right here that he realizes he can't steer when the truck goes up in the air.
Now, impressive rebound on the leaf springs there. They soaked her up.
And you can actually see the shocks working in real time because of how little dampening there is.
Yeah. Not only that, but you have no real bounce from the big tire, so it kind of just soaked her up.
you got to think he had to unhook the front drive shaft. It's a planetary truck there, so if he had the drive shaft hooked up, that wasn't going to work.
Two-wheel drive transfer case. Put her in 2.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, that's a very successful bus crash there.
Yeah, this was the technical one.
Putting a lot of faith in those buses.
Yeah, you know what? Nobody spec'd out a bus like a Presbyterian church, I'm told. So now we want the strong roofs on these. That'd be fine. We got buses.
You know, some of those old buses we would get at track, I would be worried climbing up there painting them, let alone driving a truck on top of them.
But then others like that, I mean, those buses are ready to take what you throw at them all night long.
Here, quick, reset, move the buses.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Going hard.
Imagine the pressure Murray Chambers feels in this clapped-out Dodge to not drift her out too sideways into the floor before he has to hit the jump.
You know,
he had to work a chicane getting in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
He had to achieve his maximum velocity of 35 miles an hour. He
bottomed out at the bottom of the ramp, too. Do you see that?
Yeah, he was in the air before he actually left the ramp.
You know, that Volkswagen Beetle on the top. That's nice.
And now, this was probably the first one. And then the next one, he forgets that he has a ramp that's not going to unload the suspension and doesn't realize the car is actually going to go right into his freaking face.
I love this. Watch when they show the slow-mo. Look at the bend in the bodywork at the C-pillar looker. That's kind of my favorite thing here when the car touches down.
And the car the car on the top does not move an inch until the roof hits it.
Yeah. So we just had a Crown Vic crush cars. Now check this out. I love it.
Yep.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Trunk stays fully. Oh, nope. We've lost the trunk. We've lost the trunk. What a just erratic layout to this home video. I mean, if you were doing something stupid like commentating over this video with your buddies, boy, you'd have to be on your A game, I suppose, because it jumps around a lot.
You got to pay attention.
Watch the replay on the scoreboard.
Okay.
He brings it back. Great driving.
He brought it back. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I watched it. I thought
he went into the 90-foot pit, and then he kept going.
He brought her back, though.
What was going on?
I don't know what venue we were at there.
Is that Toronto?
I don't think it was Toronto. It almost looked like Edmonton, maybe.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So there's pre-Taurus Barefoot 1 there.
Uh-oh.
Yep. And by the way, this is these trucks are collectively known as bare feet.
Bare feet, yes. A pair of bare feet.
A pair of barefoot is bare feet.
This is what they did, and this is how it works. I love anything at these old ballparks, though. This is the same Cleveland ballpark where TNT had one of their L-shaped races in '87.
Yes.
No planetaries on the big truck yet. He's got them right out of the gate on the little truck. And then there's a set of, at least a set, if not 2 sets of 73s living around back in Pontoon Beach. A lot of Barefoot in this tape. For all the trucks that they used, there's just a hell of a lot of Barefoot in this tape.
They don't show the U-turn.
Having two trucks with the same name.
No, they were going to have to make it a double VHS set if they showed every truck when it did a full turnaround.
You know what? Could you imagine the Facebook groups if this happened, if they were around back then? You think people get upset about 3 Gravediggers at the World Finals. Imagine going to a show. The only trucks you have are 2 Barefoots?
I went to Cleveland Stadium with my mama, and there was only 2 Barefoot trucks.
Oh, look at little Barefoot just augers in there.
Yeah, a little bit of a send there. Here we see the brewing rivalry between Willman and Schaefer. You said you weren't going to jump the cars. Mind your own business. The throttle
You know,
stuck.
that could have actually been a conversation that happened.
It could have been. My phone books I was sitting on slipped. What do you want me to do?
On the brakes, sliding right off.
Yep,
the
so then Jack's
the
like,
car.
well, I'm going to make another pass down through there.
That long Barefoot hasn't left the ground yet.
Oh, there we go.
There he goes. You got about 2 foot under the front tires there.
Well, he had enough of that damn S10. It's going to go out and show him. Find me some buses before this fucking show's over.
From Cleveland Stadium to the home of the Summer Olympics, the Los Angeles.
You know, word on the street was they played that song "Caught the Fever" because Fred had a
He's going to wind up the key.
shotgun.
Oh, God.
Winding up the key. Here he goes. No belts. Nothing.
Yeah.
Slam the door and
Watch
go.
him bounce. Boing.
They
Show
got
me the
Rick
replay of him
on
winding
the
it
announcing
up.
booth for that one.
There we go. Oh, look at that. He suddenly was Jim Kramer's height for a split second there.
Yes.
On the MTV.
On the video cassette.
I want my MTV.
I see what you did there, Kyle.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You drive the Barefoot on the MTV.
Well, he's backing her up an extra 5 foot this
Uh-huh.
one.
But Fred, you didn't wind it up.
Not winding it up was the equivalent of not having both red headlights on and Gravedigger.
Yeah, that's okay. He wrapped her up to $7,000 about 5 times there, and then dumps it into drive.
And the announcer says, "Woohoo!"
It's like he had to ramp the idle up to get the hood to go up too. That was.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's no relation, but you thought that too, huh, Frank?
I
He's
did.
high idling it.
Like when you're trying to build air in a semi, you know, hold her at a grand.
No, it's just,
I gotta get this hood up.
it's just like driving a forklift. You got to high idle it to get the master
Yeah,
gap.
exactly. God, look at that boat just bouncing around, man.
Jim Rice.
What are we crushing with the fins on it here? Is that an Imperial or something?
Did you hear that? He said Jim Rice,
I wanna
not
say-
Jim Reese.
Right,
Fred.
Jim Rice, yes. The Asian Jim Rice.
Yeah. Before Elliot Fried Rice, there was Jim
Yeah.
Rice.
And that truck is the old Cardiff Giant, right?
Right. Yes,
I thought there
yes,
was
it is.
separate builds. Somebody, or they highly modified the truck. I don't remember. Damn it, that's bad commentary.
Yeah. Ooh. That's
No.
part of the drivetrain right there, you guys.
Did we decide
yeah.
what the car with fins was, Wicker?
I think it's an Imperial. I think
Man,
it is.
Ooh, rolled her over.
Easy.
Now, if you listen to the audio real good on this, that is a nasty motor in that truck. It sounds good.
And they
It needs-
rebadged this thing Gold Crusher, but it was Cardiff Giant. They bought it from Brian
Yeah.
Cardiff.
Yeah, I think it needed some work after it rolled over in the lake, though. Like, if you compare pictures of them, I've seen some similarities, but certainly some differences where I think, you know, Golden State tweaked a few things. Good looking truck.
But this is a subject for a whole different show. Is the trucks that Golden State acquired during their peak years? Is pretty
Oh,
impressive.
yeah. That's
should
a
get
whole
set on.
episode worth.
Look at all the cameras and stuff on tripods down there. Maybe that's the laser measuring system for the
Oh, here we
timed
go,
monster
Jim
truck
Jim
run.
Rice. Jim Rice,
Yep.
get ready to hammer it.
Watch him hard. Yeah, I'm doing it, Dave.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
You have no idea.
Rick,
Just in it
easy.
there.
And then he stalls it again.
He's thinking, you know what I need? I need a Jaguar V12 under the hood. That would make this go better.
And then in a real show of power, peels the vinyl top right off of his car.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The fire patrol, of course.
We have a fire truck and an ambulance, and their job is to pull a car.
No one got them the memo about pre-cutting the car.
No.
Right.
Also, why did they book 2 trucks that had no hitches on the back? So now everybody's straining the ring gears by trying to put this heavy load under reverse.
At home plate, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, it's Cal Towing of Santa Monica providing this stubborn little subcompact tonight.
Is that a Monza?
I don't know. It looks like a
It might
GM
be.
product, isn't it?
I think it's a Monza, isn't it, Frank?
I think it is.
When's the other gonna jerk? The chain. Good catch, Russ.
Yeah. Make sure you don't forget the words of the chain after that.
Yeah.
They're
Man.
going at it, Frank.
Did you guys ever follow the account on Instagram to ask
Heavy
them?
action.
Because
Nothing better than 2 dudes going at it at home
man, we thought the motor was going to come out, but very unspectacularly the rear axle comes out from it.
No. What a letdown.
plate. The event manager is just mother effing whatever
Yeah,
minimum wage club guy tied it around the axle.
yeah.
Whose idea was this? Yeah.
Oh boy,
Oh, Paula Harbuck.
definitely not
Yes.
the first lady to ever roll over a monster truck.
Oklahoma, which is
No.
near Tulsa. We've been racing for 6 or 7 years professionally for like 2.5. We both enjoy it, and I definitely love the challenge. I have earned a lot of respect
Now,
I feel, from the race.
If you were to run a deal where you got a nickel every time somebody said the phrase, "It wasn't his turn tonight," you're about to strike it rich real soon, my friend.
Yes.
I handle the machine myself.
Oh, I thought that guy had sleeve tattoos for a second. No, it was just his flannel under his club help shirt. I was like, man, that dude loves flannel. Can we
You
be
guys
real for
remember
a
that-
second? Paula's
Yes.
excuse in War of the Monster Trucks. Oh, I don't know if you saw the wheelie bar broke and that's why it rolled over. Like,
Yeah.
no, Paula. You were already heading over. The wheelie bar was just one of the casualties.
That was your.
You guys remember the
saving
show
grace.
Family Matters with
Yes.
Steve Urkel? You remember the episode where he drag races some kid in high school and he takes his little 1-cylinder car and puts it on rails?
Yes.
This truck reminds me of that type of build.
Yeah.
It's like they just threw a Love pickup body, not centered, just way off the back. I love it though.
Should we stretch the bodywork? No.
No, it's fine.
Saw that truck a lot as a kid in Kansas City. You seen alcohol coming out? Yep, I saw that square bottle go flying out of the cab.
Super tired.
Yeah.
Not to be
Cooper?
confused with Cooper tires.
What if it's a Cooper scooper tire?
Yeah, Cooper Scoop. What if it's the premium model Super Cooper Scooper?
And what if they went into the realm of home animal care and it's the Cooper Pooper Scooper?
Yeah, by Cooper.
Oh, here we go.
Good stuff. She's rocking back and forth on the suspension lot here. Very supple.
73 is back on there.
You can tell
Jack's
that we've changed venues because the Confederate flag is now on the truck.
Yeah, we know what area of demographic we're trying to appeal to. How about all you losers in the crowd? You like that flag?
I do like the bit where he says you're about to see him do something that no other truck in the United States does.
Right.
Proceeds to do something that every truck in the United States does.
It's that live raw announcer feed. You're just making shit up as you go.
Yes. The 5,000, is it 5,000? Yeah. 5,000 horsepower, 20-foot tall truck.
Like, we're only paying them to hit the cars twice. We only have 2 cars. How do I sell this? No other truck in the country will do this.
Was in Dallas, Texas, and Texas Stadium when things just weren't working exactly right. The buses were not set correctly.
Dave Bennett's first night doing announcing for USA, Matt and I learned.
Yes. Yes.
In the competitive nature that he has and
The
does
first time that a mother-in-law joke had been uttered at a monster truck show.
That's right.
this evening,
A watershed moment in monster truck history, no doubt.
come to see only the second bus crush.
That dude in the yellow just strolling past, like, dude, Do you not realize what's about to unfold here? God knows what you're going over there to do.
I still can't believe we do not have footage on this VHS from this angle of him crushing the bus. It's pissed me off for 30 some odd years.
And somehow, it's because they cut over to Jack's personal, like, team footage for the actual crushing side of it. But I think we got the full look at it on Return of the Monster Trucks, right?
Oh, did we?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, well, I'm just a moron then, I guess. Okay.
That's all right. We'll compare it off of it. That's a pucker moment right there.
Oh, yeah.
What's he thinking in the cab? Is he mad, or is he just cool as a cucumber like, son of a bitch?
I think he's mad. He's like, well, now I've halfway done it. I can't just go back to the hauler. What am I supposed to do now?
She's
And
leaving.
right now he's trying to figure out, how can I get through this?
Yeah. Oh, that's 100% what it is.
Frank, you and I especially, because we've wadded stuff up before, but everything is so exaggerated the higher up you are in anything. I guarantee you when that bus leaned over in the cab of that truck, it probably felt like the whole stadium was turned sideways for a split second.
Absolutely. Yeah, when you're up there, like where he was at, especially back then, that's what you got to think about. Like we take a lot for granted for what we're doing now, but for what he's doing here, there's a lot of full commit going on here.
Not to throw myself in the mix with driving, but I feel like with the lack of suspension, this is like driving a loader up an FMX hill when you're trying to drive it in, and you realize that you're coming through a rut that you've got to put more dirt in.
Oh, yeah.
It leans over 2 foot to one side, and you feel like you just went 20 feet down.
Yes.
Like the hill's giving out from under you.
Yeah.
Those are old buses, man. Like those look like 50s, 60s vintage.
50s, yes.
These are the ones you're talking about that you feel like you don't even want to walk on the roof when you're painting them.
Yes.
The open front end was not his friend right there.
That's called a commitment right there.
Yeah. God, did you see that open side of the front end just zinging?
Hey, Frank, did you hear him? He could not stop, and he came on over.
He's got a convenient hole in the hood he can look through, too.
Yes.
Yeah, take a look at this real quick.
This is honestly still a pucker moment, because he's got to be thinking, I hope I have traction enough to get off of this thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as was just
He's
mentioned,
stuck-
he's
he's
very
stuck in
gingerly
there.
got to get the truck down there.
Not cinnamonly, but gingerly.
Yes, not nutmegly. Look at it just waddle on down, though. Now he knows he's got her. He's got her. We're getting paid. We're selling T-shirts and posters tonight, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
relieved.
Look at that crisp Charger right there, though, that Dodge Charger.
Uh-huh. He's going to cut him a little donut.
And now get ready for rapid fire of every monster truck scene in the entire VHS in the span of about 30 seconds.
Ooh.
Ooh, easy.
No planetaries yet either, so that was pretty bold shit on stock axles.
Yes.
Well, fine. I guess we'll continue to watch the awesome action behind the commentary. See, there we go. We got a little action that we should have had earlier in the show. Gigantic Orange Crush.
Yes.
Ron West.
Oh, there's Sled being a showboat again.
Yep.
So in these credits, don't they thank the Toronto Sky Dome or something?
Yeah. There's a bunch
So
of
I feel-
nods to stuff in here that we don't really see. And look at that Master Disaster getting it. There's Ice Monster.
That's why I thought that Mud Racer was from Toronto, because it was a stadium, and that was the only one that I could put.
Yeah,
picture
just
that, but I
the
don't know.
scaffolding of it didn't, I guess, under the seats didn't look like Toronto in that spot, maybe. But the
Yeah, you're
Godfather.
probably right.
I don't know. They were
This
really
is-
ahead of their time doing a lot of those stadiums in Canada.
Yes.
This picture right here would make a sweet T-shirt.
Yeah. With the words "Thank you, Wayne Taylor" laid over the top. Coming soon to the OSMT Mart, it is our exclusive Monster Truck VHS credits. t-shirt collection. Okay, I'll do our final formal outro here. Thanks for tuning in to our first ever Monstery Science Theater 6000. And if you'd like to watch the full video without our horrible commentary over the top, check out our friends at Turn of the Century Motorsports. They've got the full-length, unruined, non-messed with, whatever you want to call it, Monster Mania VHS on there. So check it out, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time here on OSMT.